Hi, my name is Laverne Johnson, and today I'll be informing you on why I believe the consequences for drinking and driving should be more severe on its first occurrence. In 2013, a teenager by the name of Ethan Couch, who was 16 at the time, fatally killed four people and severely wounded one after he was tested as being three times over the drinking level. Ethan was later pronounced with affluenza and did not receive NT jail sentence. That refers to my speech on why I believe consequences should be severe for everyone. Often before a DWI occurs, a person has drinking and driven 80 times before they are caught the first time. That's 80 times you, me, and anyone else could be put in danger behind someone else's careless mistakes. 90% of people who drink and drive have an alcoholism problem that they will not receive help from, and they will continue to drink and drive. Drinking and driving has been on a constant median since the 1990s, meaning it hasn't went up, but it hasn't dropped either. That's why I believe the reform for drinking and driving should be more stricter for those who do it the first time. That way, it will deter others from doing it, and then it will deter the drinking and driver from doing it again. Consequences as they stand now for drinking and driving. Some of the consequences, some may vary where you live. They're a little different, but this is the gist of the consequences. 12 months suspended sentence with your license the first time you're caught. That's just a year. If you're caught after that, which you shouldn't be after that, but if you're caught after that, it's 3 years that your license is suspended. I mean, that's not a lot when you're thinking about people's lives. Something else, 6 months of prison is a possibility. That means you don't have to serve the prison time. That's again, that's just a possibility of the one of the charges that could come with the. I'm sorry, one of the consequences that come with drinking and driving. Community service, which many perform community service without being charged with a crime, and your insurance will be higher, which is really not another deterrent from drinking and driving. Because if it was, people wouldn't do it. A stigma that comes with drinking and driving. For example, there have been a lot of judges caught with drinking and driving. Just to name a few, Rochester, New York's judge, former Leticia Astasio, she was caught drinking and driving and thought just because she was a judge that they should let her go. Also, there was a judge in Texas by the name of Nora Longoria. She was also caught drinking and driving and thought also that her being a judge should have been her punishment for putting others' lives in danger. Just like Couch, these judges thought that just because they had money or they had stature, they shouldn't receive sentences. And I see that a lot with crimes. One person will get the harsher end of the stick, and one person will get the lesser end of the stick. It should be in the middle. Everyone should receive the same punishment for drinking and driving. Because you may drink and drive today, but when you think about it, you're putting my life at risk. You're putting your life at risk, and you're putting everyone's life at risk when you choose to make a careless mistake. Some of the consequences that I believe that should be implemented for everyone who chooses to drink and drive, including myself, if that's the decision that I make. Mandatory prison sentencing. I don't think that people should. I don't know. I guess I don't think that people should have the judge should have a choice on whether who receives the harsher limits. I believe that everyone that is caught drinking and driving should serve 6 months in prison. Also, I believe if businesses back this up more with the the strenuous prison sentence, if businesses back this up more, their revenue would actually go up. Speaking examples of Lyft and Uber, I believe Lyft and Uber should fund fund or get this together. Their programs will go up. People will use more Uber. People will use more Lyft. It's 2017. You don't have to drink and drive. It's plenty of things you can call to get home. The roads will be safer for you and I and my children and your children, which is fun for all of us. Um, Also, recently, I'm sorry, going back to the consequences. Some of the consequences that also people have when they drink and drive are is a breathalyzer that won't start your car until you have breathed into it. Just recently, a teenager, 18-year-old teenager by the name of Alexis Butler, was killed by a man who claimed he was driving and breathing into his breathalyzer and didn't see her backing out of her driveway. Again, he wasn't drinking and driving, but again, that just shows you the decisions that people that who choose to drink and drive are already making. They don't have it's not good decision making. So I believe that they should go through classes and it should be more strenuous. He should have been driving to begin with. And that 18-year-old girl is still gone. That's someone's family member that is lost all because of his careless mistake. It's sad. It's sad. In conclusion, if you and I, if we both fight for this and we try to get these drinking and driving limits set, we will be safer. The roads will be safer for you and I. Thank you for listening.